Hello, Stella Hat. So, I've been getting a lot of questions parroting what I say on YouTube, and it's kind of funny that people ask me that. One of the questions is that this inclusive design that I always talk about, is it just for people with disability? Why are you saying that developers must factor in people with disability just to build home for everyone? Well, this is to bring to your notice that there's actually something called universal design. This universal design is a real estate design approved by WHO to ensure that a home is accessible to all, not just a selected few, not just the disabled, not just the elderly, not just children. It is accessible to everyone. Imagine if you walk into a room and the switch bulb is above you, a full grown adult, the switch bulb is above you. Will you be happy? Will you be able to say that this house is conducive for you to live in when you have to bring a chair whenever you want to on or switch off your switch? And that aside, what if you as a healthy adult, maybe at some point in life you had to walk with wheelchair because you had maybe a rupture or a sprain or a strain, depending on the condition you face at that point in life. It's definitely temporal, you will still get better, but because of this you have to stay on the ground floor of your house. Will you be happy if that ground floor is too tiny compared to your upstairs room? Definitely you might be using the master bedroom, but even if it's not up to the size of the master bedroom, it should still be conducive. It should still have enough space for you to move around in with your wheelchair. The toilet should be accessible, that when you want to go from your wheelchair to the toilet, it is accessible. Let's talk about those that have step for you to access the shower. Will you be able to move comfortably from your wheelchair into the shower place because you have to go over a step to access that shower place? People don't take this into consideration when it is not them or maybe their loved one that we are talking about or we are trying to be considerate of. Now, when it happens to you, I'm not even telling you to put yourself in that shoe. Just visualize this. What if it's you? What if something happens to you? Not even you're like, what if it happens to you? Will you be able to do what you have been able to do before at your same height and everything, just because you have to stay on a wheelchair for maybe a few weeks or a few months? No, you won't, definitely. So this universal design is to make things accessible for everyone, no matter your situation, no matter your personality, your ability, your disability. Considering all this, a home should be accessible to all. So that is why we are advocating for universal design in real estate industry. It has been there for years. It is not something that was developed yesterday or even last year. It has been there for up to 10 years, if not more. But because of how Nigeria is structured, we find it difficult to adapt this universal design. So that is why we ensure that if we're trying to market homes, as much as possible, ensure that it aligns to this universal design, because you don't know what your clients or maybe your buyer might face further in life, and it is good to just adhere to the universal design whenever you're trying to develop a home. Thank you. Bye.